Hey there, Titans! Welcome back to another Titan Academy video. In today's video, I will show you how to use loop in Titanflow. Loop can be very useful when iterating over lists of data and when working with multiple records from Salesforce. Now, it's important to remember that you don't always have to use a loop. If, for example, I have a Titanflow that's executing some actions in a file, and I call that from a web project where I upload multiple files, Titan will know to take those files and execute all the actions separately on each file. In our case today, I will be creating a flow that first gets a list of contacts from Salesforce using a Salesforce action. And once I have that list of contacts, I want to send each contact an email. So let's get started. I'm going to add a new node, a Salesforce action, and I'm going to create a new get. I'm going to get a list of contacts, and let's get up to 5. And for conditions, I'm going to make sure that our email contains a certain criteria. Now, I'll be passing this from a web project, so let's add a variable here. Let's call it email condition. And we can hit apply and make sure that our email contains the email condition variable. Finally, for mapping, I want to set up yet another variable, and this is going to be our email addresses to send. And into this field, I'm going to load a list of my emails. So I'm going to get up to 5 contacts based on a certain condition and load them into a variable. Now this variable is going to hold these values separated by a comma. So I can hit apply and I can call my Salesforce action. Now, after finish, what I want to do is I want to iterate over all the emails. So I can head over to add a new node, go to loop, and I want to loop over my email addresses. Now it's going to ask me for a split delimiter. In my case, this is a comma. And if I hit insert, we now have a loop. So over here, we have 2 options. We can add an action that happens for each item in the loop, and we can add a finish action. I'm going to start by adding an item for each one of these, and I'm going to search for the email node. Over here, we can quickly set up a new email, and under recipients, you can see I can select my loop value. This is going to be the actual value that's being chopped up from our string. So I have a string of emails, and every time we iterate over it, the loop value will have the current email that we're using. For send via, I'm just going to select my Salesforce email, and I can go ahead and write my email subject. And we can hit apply and send this email. Now, once we're done sending the email, it's important that we tell the loop that we want to continue the loop. So if we don't actually place this node here, it will run once, send the first email, and then it won't know to continue. Now with this continue node, it will go back to the loop and iterate over the second email and so forth. On finish, I'm going to add a finish action, and let's go ahead and put the loop index in there, which should be 5 in this case. So we save and publish this. We can now head over to a web project. I'm just going to create a brand new web project. And over here, I'm going to place my condition. So I'll head to the button's on-click action. I will call my flow. And for our email condition, I'm going to select a field and I'm going to input my text field. So now, if we save and preview this project, I can go ahead and put here formtitan.com and call my flow. And now 5 different contacts with the email ending in formtitan.com will receive an email. So let's just wait for that. Go to my email. You can see I received 4 emails here. I'm guessing the 5th email didn't actually have my address in it. But you can see we got these different emails for all of our different contacts. And that's how it's done.